These villains spent seasons making everyone's lives hell.
Take the Avatar to the prison hold, and take this to my quarters.
None of them deserved a happy ending, or at least that's how it looked.
We didn't kick you out, Kevin. You demolished our house.
Then you find out what they were carrying underneath, and it all makes sense. Here are 7 tragic villains who earned their happy endings, starting with the kid who was banished by his own father, only to return and rule the nation that broke him.
Hello, Zuko here.
For 2 seasons, this guy chased a 12-year-old across the entire world, burning things, threatening people, making everyone's life miserable.
I don't need any calming tea! I need to capture the Avatar!
But then episode 12 of season 1 drops his backstory, and you can't look at him the same way again.
Once I deliver the Avatar to my father, he will welcome me home with honor.
Zuko was 13 when his own father burned his face. He spoke out in a war meeting against a general's plan to throw a division of fresh recruits into a battle as bait. He was right to, it was a horrible plan. But his father, Fire Lord Ozai, called it disrespect and forced him into an Agnakai, a firebending duel. Zuko showed up ready to fight. Then he realized his opponent was his own father, so he did what any decent kid would do. He refused, dropped to his knees and begged.
I meant you no disrespect. I am your loyal son.
Ozai burned him anyway, scarred him for life, banished him, and told him the only way back home was to capture the Avatar, someone who'd been missing for 100 years. Sit with that for a second. Why give your 13-year-old son a mission that's impossible? Because he knew it was impossible. So Zuko would spend the rest of his life in exile, believing he was never good enough to come home. That scar rewired him.
Finding the Avatar is far more important than any individual's safety.
Zuko walked away from that day believing his own compassion was a weakness that had to be punished. And once you get that, every single thing he does for 3 seasons clicks into place. He's not chasing the Avatar because he wants power or because he's evil. He's chasing his father's approval, love from a man who was never gonna give it, no matter what he did. And the show doesn't hand him his redemption, he has to earn it. Slowly, screwing up along the way. That's the part of Zuko I love the most.
I'm angry at myself!
Even once he knows better, he keeps making the wrong choice. In Ba Sing Se, he's handed every chance to choose good, and he chooses his father. He betrays Iroh, the one person who loved him with no conditions attached. Then he spends all of season 3 carrying it. That's the real turning point, not some big redemption moment, just the slow grind of knowing he had the right call and blew it.
I wonder what's changed. I wonder how I've changed.
When he finally confronts Ozai on the day of Black Sun, he says, "For so long, all I wanted was for you to love me, to accept me. I thought it was my honor I wanted, but really, I was just trying to please you." That's coming from a child who spent 3 seasons trying to become worthy of someone's love, finally understanding the game was rigged from the start. But despite the gut-wrenching history, Zuko gets his happy ending.
I can get it back on the right path and begin a new era of love and peace.
He becomes Fire Lord and ends the 100-Year War the only way that would ever actually last, by choosing to stop. He builds a legacy that is the exact opposite of everything Ozai shaped him to be. That's the only ending that fits a kid whose greatest strength was mistaken for his greatest weakness. Zuko's worst enemy was his father. The next one's worst enemy is his own body. Take Ben. Same powers, same potential, 1 year older, then strip out every good choice he ever made.
You'll never beat me, because you're one of the good guys.
Kevin shows up in the original Ben 10 as Ben's dark mirror. He's 11 and has the ability to absorb and manipulate energy. So he absorbs the Omnitrex's power, turns into a pretty sick fusion of all 10 of Ben's aliens, and spends the rest of the series using Ben's own powers against him.
You do not want to make me mad.
Except here's what the show doesn't tell you until way later. Every time Kevin absorbs energy, it doesn't just make him stronger, it changes him. The more power he takes in, the harder it becomes to think clearly, and the less control he has over himself. His own biology is working against him the entire time.
I can't change back. I'm stuck like this.
His real father, a plumber, died when Kevin was young.
My name is Kevin Ethan Levin. You killed my father.
Quick side note before we move on. Omniverse later claims that Dad was a fake memory, but that reveal opens more holes than it closes. And either way, this is the story Kevin grew up believing. So his stepfather Harvey tried to be good to him, but he was scared of Kevin's powers. And honestly, who wouldn't be? That fear only made things worse. At 11, Kevin accidentally absorbed energy and destroyed the house. His already unstable mind convinced him that Harvey had turned his mom against him and gotten him kicked out. So he ran away, convinced his own family had thrown him away for what he was. None of it was true. His mom never wanted him gone. But by the time anyone could tell him that, he'd already spent years surviving alone on the streets of New York.
We didn't kick you out, Kevin. You demolished our house.
He ends up in the Null Void, an alien prison dimension. A kid living among criminals and aliens twice his size, building a life out of scraps. And the corruption keeps running quietly under all of it, making every bad situation even worse. Until he meets another prisoner named Quirrell, the first person who doesn't see Kevin as a monster. He teaches him how to control it, how to pull himself back from the edge, then dies, helping Kevin escape.
Don't argue, kid! Run!
I was a coward. I ran.
5 years later, Kevin has pulled himself back from the edge. He's 16, still running shady alien tech deals, but stable, in control, human again. His deal falls apart. It's on him. But he gets dragged into Ben and Gwen's world again and ends up helping them instead.
Those guys ran off before I got paid. I'm happy to help find those deadbeats.
In Ultimate Alien, he absorbs too much power, loses his mind, and finally gets his happy ending when his friends bring him back.
Now that's what I call a happy ending.
And yeah, he gets the girl too. Gwen, what more should this man ask for?
How long am I in the doghouse?
Not sure yet.
He gets Ben treating him as an equal. He becomes a plumber, working alongside people who trust him with real responsibility. My man went from sleeping in subway tunnels, believing nobody wanted him, to being someone's partner, someone's best friend, and someone's trusted teammate. But while Kevin was fighting his own demons, our next villain was dating hers. The Joker has to choose, save Batman or save Harley. And guess what? He chooses Batman.
Free the bat! Drop the broad!
No hesitation. That's the relationship right there. Harley Quinn is the Joker's right-hand woman. Loyal, chaotic, completely defined by the man who just let her drop. The series wastes no time showing you exactly what that relationship is. She's disposable to him, the exact way a tool is disposable. Use it until it breaks, then you grab another one. And on some level, Harley knows this.
For the appetizer, I'm the entree.
But everything she is got built around the Joker. Her identity, her purpose, her whole sense of what she's even capable of.
I mean, you think we're afraid of the Joker's girlfriend?
That's all anyone sees when they look at her. The person she was before him got painted over so completely that when he drops her into the acid, her first instinct, mid-fall, is to make excuses for him. This goes way past she dated a bad man. He didn't just manipulate Harley, he replaced her. He built a version of her so dependent on him that she couldn't even picture existing without the role he handed her.
You? Replace me? I created you!
He destroyed Harley on a psychological level. The whole series is Harley figuring out who she is once she stops being his. And the part I love is that the show doesn't pretend she turns into a completely different person. She's still chaotic, still funny, still very dangerous when she needs to be. The difference is that now, every choice belongs to her. That's the turning point.
Gotham is in complete chaos.
It's so beautiful.
She builds her own crew, earns her own enemies, falls for Poison Ivy on her own terms, becomes someone Gotham takes seriously for reasons that have nothing to do with who she used to stand next to. And that's her happy ending.
We have everything.
It's Harley Quinn existing for herself for the first time, making choices because she wants to, loving who she wants, being terrified on her own schedule for her own reasons. That's the most radical thing the show could give her, freedom. Harley had to fight to become her own person. The next one didn't even know that was allowed.
Oh! Why do you keep destroying my things?
Peridot arrives in Steven Universe as everything the crystal gems are fighting against. A cold, efficient technician from Homeworld, the gem empire where everyone's born to do one job, and to her, Earth is just another resource waiting to be used. She's here to monitor the cluster, a massive weapon growing inside the Earth that's built to hatch and tear the whole planet apart.
The whole point of coming here was to check on the cluster.
Stop singing!
She's not evil, not exactly. She's just doing her job. And her job happens to involve letting a planet die. She catalogs the crystal gems like bugs to be dealt with, writes off organic life as an inconvenience, and doesn't have an ounce of empathy in her. Because on Homeworld, she never needed one. Peridot represents everything Homeworld stands for: function, hierarchy, obedience, and zero room for anything that can't be measured and filed. She's also, and I mean this, one of the funniest characters the show ever made.
Gravity connectors.
This?
That's your butt!
Even when she's supposed to be a threat, she's a walking disaster. The gems strip away her limb enhancers, and suddenly, the big scary Homeworld agent is tiny, defenseless, and losing fights to basic Earth objects she'd never seen before. She starts recording little audio logs into a tape recorder, mostly to keep herself sane, because she's never once had to survive without Homeland handling everything for her. But here's the argument Peridot's arc makes better than most redemption stories. Most redemption arcs are about becoming good. Peridot's is about becoming someone.
I doubt you can help me, but I appreciate the offer.
On Homeworld, Peridot exists to do technical work. No preferences, no opinions, no right to have either. Stranded on Earth, she has to survive alongside the very gems she came to destroy, and that forces her into things she was never supposed to have. A sense of humor, opinions about television, art, which she insists on calling meep morps, and a genuine emotional response to things that don't affect her function at all. Then she does something that should be impossible.
Do you know about the Earth?
Apparently more than you Claude!
She calls Yellow Diamond a clod to her face. This is the most important moment of her arc. She's shaking. She knows exactly what she's doing and what it costs. After all, Yellow Diamond is the closest thing Peridot's world has to a god. And she calls her a clod anyway, because Yellow Diamond just told her Earth does not matter, and Peridot has developed, against her will, a genuine emotional attachment to Earth.
I'm a traitor to my homeworld.
You're a crystal gem!
Her happy ending is that she gets to be a crystal gem on a planet she chose. She grows real plants, has friends who want her around, not because she's useful, but because she's her. Whatever that means, she's still figuring it out, and that's the whole point. She went from a part inside a machine to, for the first time in her existence, someone with a life she picked for herself.
Huh. Guess the countryside out here is pretty beautiful.
Peridot spent her whole arc discovering she was a person. The next one discovers he was created to replace one.
The Emperor is not a merciful man. Bye!
Hunter has built his entire identity around one belief, that he's special. He's the Golden Guard, Emperor Bellus's right hand, a genuine threat. Bellus, the show's main villain, calls him family, his nephew. Hunter believes every word because it's the only thing that makes his life make sense.
Titan has big plans for you, and it would be such a hassle to find a replacement.
Then one episode tears that entire identity apart. In Hollow Mind, Hunter and Luce get trapped inside Bellus's mindscape and move through his memories. And the memories reveal what Hunter actually is.
Out of all the Grimwalkers, you look the most like him.
What?
He's a Grimwalker, a magical clone built from a bone of Caleb Whittabane, Bellus's older brother, whom Bellus murdered in the 1600s. Hunter is not Bellus's nephew. He never even had a past of his own. He's the latest in a long line of copies that Bellus has been creating and killing whenever they stopped being useful. Every previous Golden Guard was also a Grimwalker. Every one of them eventually tried to leave or rebel, and every one of them was killed for it.
He knows we were in there. I can't go back.
And then it hits him. Hunter wasn't loved. He was assigned. Every moment of loyalty he showed Belos was a child who genuinely did not know he deserved better, serving a man who'd already decided how that story would end.
I was really expecting him to last longer than the others.
Belos' betrayal isn't just emotional, it's existential. Finding out you're a clone of a murdered man who was built to serve the person who murdered him is not the kind of information you recover from quickly. So Hunter has a full breakdown, multiple ones. He has panic attacks. He doesn't know what his name means anymore. He doesn't know if anything he felt was real or just programming. The show's answer is surprisingly simple, and I think it's the right one. It doesn't matter. His feelings are real because he felt them. His love for Flapjack, his talisman, who eventually sacrifices itself to save him.
Actually, Flapjack.
Don't.
His friendships with Luce and Willow are real. The fact that Belos built him to be a tool does not make him a tool. He ends the show with brown eyes, where there used to be magenta, because Flapjack's sacrifice changed him literally down to the color of his eyes. 4 years after everything, he's a talisman carver. He spends his days carving talisman for other people. He's with Willow.
You mean a lot to me too.
Cool.
He finally has a family that chose him simply because he's Hunter. Belos created Hunter to replace the brother he murdered. Hunter became the one thing Belos could never create. A full person, entirely his own, living a life Belos did not design and could not take away. The next villain always knew exactly who she was. She just spent her whole life chasing approval from the wrong person.
Jinx, the enchanting sorceress, whose powerful hexes mean bad luck.
Jinx is introduced as one of Hive Academy's best fighters. Bad luck powers, pink eyes, hair shaped like horns, the general aesthetic of someone who decided at age 12 that she'd be the baddest, most intimidating woman in town. She and the High Five are consistent threats to the Titans across multiple seasons. The show never asks you to feel sorry for her. She's just competent, committed, and on the wrong side.
You're out of style and out of luck.
The show never gave Jinx a sad backstory. Didn't tell us her parents were cruel or her childhood was rough. It just showed us who this girl was trying to be. Someone who matters, someone who rises. And the person she chose to become was Madame Rouge.
This is a reserved frequency. Who are you?
Madame Rouge?
Now, Madame Rouge is a villain from the Brotherhood of Evil. Shape-shifting, powerful, genuinely frightening. And to Jinx, she's living proof that someone with powers like her can be taken seriously. In the episode Lightspeed, Jinx works herself to the bone trying to impress Rouge. Capture Kid Flash, do everything perfectly, become the villain she always wanted to be. But...
Life is full of disappointments. You are one of them.
Rouge calls her a pathetic failure and an embarrassment. Hell nah, that's gotta sting. But here's what makes that scene work. It doesn't make Jinx crumble. Instead, it makes her furious. She blasts Rouge with her hexes, releases Kid Flash, and says the most Jinx line in the show.
I don't care who you are. Nobody messes with me.
She doesn't do this because she suddenly hit some redemption epiphany. She does it because the person she wanted to become finally showed her what she was worth. And Jinx, who's always been way more self-aware than she lets on, clocks it instantly. Kid Flash had been trying to reach her this whole time, leaving her roses, treating her like someone worth believing in, not a weapon, not a tool, and definitely not an embarrassment.
What do you know?
I know that you're too smart for all this.
Oh.
That's the whole point of the episode. Rouge saw someone disposable. Kid Flash saw someone worth saving. So she defects, beats her former teammate to prove she means it, becomes an honorary Titan, gets the boy. They're genuinely a great couple.
I had to pick up a friend.
You were with him?
Jinx's happy ending hits different from everyone else's on this video because the show never actually made her a victim. She was always capable, always devilish enough. She didn't need saving. She just needed a chance to point what she already had at something that wasn't gonna chew her up and call her pathetic. Jinx never became a different person. She just stopped trying to impress the wrong one. The next one never looked like a villain at all. She looked like your best friend.
Are you sure about that?
You're not exactly Mr. Popular around here.
Sasha is introduced in the most disturbing way possible. She's the person Anne Boonchoi has been letting control her for years. Anne is the protagonist of Amphibia, and Sasha is her best friend. And within the first few episodes of the show, you understand that the word friend is being used pretty loosely. You see, Sasha manipulates Anne constantly, quietly, with the precision of someone who knows exactly which buttons to press.
Oh, I understand, Anne. You're a good little girl who's gotta go home to her mommy and daddy.
She frames control as protection and her demands as love. She makes Anne feel like her independence is a betrayal. It's the kind of dynamic that is actually difficult to watch because it's relatable. Like, come on, everyone has either been Anne or known an Anne. The show frames Sasha as the real threat, a person with power over someone who loves her. And then the show builds the backstory in pieces across the seasons. Sasha's parents are divorced.
Signed, a friend.
That detail is dropped quietly in Froggy Little Christmas, and the show doesn't make a big deal of it, but it's doing work. Because when you understand that Sasha grew up in a household where she learned that people you love leave, her need to control everyone around her starts looking like terror.
You're meeting up with Marcy right now. End of discussion.
She doesn't actually control Anne and Marcy because she's evil. She controls them because she's terrified of being left. Every manipulation is a scared kid holding too tight because she learned early that if she did not hold on, people went away. Now, I'm not saying that makes what she does okay. I want to be clear about that. The psychological damage she causes Anne is real. The way she uses love as leverage is harmful.
Sasha, what are you doing? What I do best. Taking control.
But understanding why she does it changes what the story is about. Underneath all the control, it was always a story about the fear of being left behind.
That's the thing. I'm not sure what I want anymore.
It's the season 2 finale, True Colors. Sasha has just pulled off a coup. She's got Anne's group concerned. She's forced the king himself to surrender. She's one move away from running the entire kingdom. She's won.
Sorry things got a little crazy back there. You guys good? Good? Are you serious?
But Anne doesn't trust her. She trusts the king instead, and hands him the one thing Sasha was fighting to keep from him. Then the king shows his true colors. Anne realizes Sasha was right all along. He's not a ruler trying to protect his kingdom. He's a conqueror planning to invade every world he can reach. So for the first time in a long time, Anne and Sasha stop fighting each other and fight for the same thing.
Sasha! I've got your back.
The second Anne learns the truth, Sasha doesn't ask Anne to follow her. She follows Anne. Because finally she'd learned that loving someone isn't about controlling them. It's about standing with them.
I shouldn't have tried so hard to be in control again. Well, that ends now.
She ends the show as a child psychologist working with teenagers who have the exact emotional wounds she spent years inflicting on other people. The show gives her the most specific possible ending it could have. Sasha, who controlled people because she was scared and sad and did not know how else to hold on, now sits across from scared and sad kids and helps them figure out differently than she did.
I really like working with the kids, helping them overcome their emotional baggage. I have a lot of experience.
The things that break us, if we actually put in the work, can turn into the exact thing we use to help someone else. Even if she still honks at reckless drivers and scream at them out the window.
Hey, nice signal, buddy!
Some things take a little longer, I guess. Maybe that's why these endings work so well. None of these characters got a happy ending because the story forgot what they did.
You will teach me the advanced set!
They got one because they finally stopped chasing the thing that made them villains in the first place. Approval, control, power, a place to belong. They let it go, and for the first time, they actually got to live. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you over there.